This is video number 2, where we're going to be looking at ordering on Launchpad for curriculum vendors and also Textbook X. So I bypassed some of the steps for confidentiality reasons, but what you're going to do is go to your browser, and in your URL box you're going to type launchpad.vie.org, and when it comes up you're going to find orders and click on orders and then click on new order, and that's going to take you to this screen here. It'll have your student's name, then you're going to click next, and that's going to hopefully take you through. It'll take you through to this selection here. Okay, so in this section you can order vouchers, curriculum, computer services, some miscellaneous kinds of stuff. You can go in if you wanted to sign up for a class or an event that was outside of what we do up here in Tahoe, you would click on that. For example, field day is usually in there. I don't know what else would be in there up here. It's how they kind of keep organized down in the valley. But the main things for us to be concerned with is vouchers and curriculum. So it's pretty much intuitive once you get to this point, but there is a couple little things that I just want to make sure that you're aware of. So let's just look at curriculum. Let's pretend that we want to order something that's not offered by Textbook X, and it is offered, let's say, by Rainbow Resource. So this is the button that you would select. It's curriculum, and you would click next, and then you'd go to this drop-down menu, and you would have to scroll down. These are all of our curriculum vendors, lots of them. So it's all alphabetical. So scroll down till you find Rainbow Resource and click on that. Big mistake that a lot of people make is that they know where they want to order it from, but they forget this drop-down menu, and so it defaults. I mean, obviously it's the first one on the list, and then your order will be not accurate. Okay, so you want to make sure that you get your drop-down correct. What I do, it just makes it a little bit easier, as I go and I open up another window, new window, and I just leave it right on top there, and I go to Rainbow. So now I'm in Rainbow Resource, and I can search. So say I want to buy, I'm trying to think of something that we don't offer. Let me think. Sing, Spell, Read, and Write. Sing, spell, read, and write. Okay. So you see how all these come up here, all these different ones. So I want to order just the let me see. Which one? Oh, let's just make it simple. I'm just going to order the assessment book, just one thing, okay? So I went ahead and I found that. So I have this window open, and I have my ordering window open. So I just do a cut and paste thing, which makes it really easy. I go in, and I copy, Control-C, and I put it in the description right there. And I want one of those, and I'm going to go back to the page, and it is $8.45. So I put that in there. Actually, I don't need the dollar sign, so I do need to take that out. So it's $8.45, and then I have to get the ISBN number. So if I scroll down right here, the ISBN number is in all different places depending on your product, but in Rainbow, it's usually right in this section underneath on your front page. So I just copy that, and I put it in here. Okay, so done. Just pretend that this is the only thing that I wanted. So I would check next. Now, just a little side note, this little box here, if you're ordering, say, like something like art supplies, and you just have a ton of them, and you get down to the bottom, you're like, oh no, I have 2 more things and I don't have space. So you just click on this, and it's not going to open up now because it knows that I'm not filled up, but it would open up more pages for you. So that's a very convenient little thing that it's right there, but we don't tend to see it. I didn't see it at first either. So, okay, so now you're going to click next, and it's going to go through, and then as you see, it's automatically populated with your whatever your address was that you filled out on your enrollment form. You need to be very, very aware if you are ordering and you don't have a home delivery. I have 4 or 5 people who have POs, and I've actually had all their stuff sent to me because you don't know if it's going to come UPS or mail. All these orders. Sometimes it's like 90% UPS, but you could be in the 10% where it's mail, and then if you don't have a box outside, it's going to be sent back, and it's all kinds of issues. So you have to figure out, normally what I have people do is just send it to me. Just tell me that it's coming. Just use my address. I'll give it to you. It's on everything. And then as soon as it comes in, I'll get it to you. But if you have home delivery, no problem. Just put your address in there. I'd fill out all the sections and your phone number and your email. In case there's an issue, they probably will email you, and they'll also email you when when the shipment has arrived. If you sign up, I have a UPS account, and they send me an email telling me when things are coming and when they've been delivered, which is really helpful. So if you want that, I don't know if you want that, I just deal with so much of this that it's helpful for me. So then you click next, and what comes up here is it shows you your prices and your tax and all that kind of stuff. Then you click next, and if you have any notes, so say you're ordering this particular assessment book, which is good for first grade, Sing, Spell, Read, and Write program, and you have a third grader, but you're using this because you feel like you need to review phonics. So you would write in here, using this program to review phonics. I don't know, something. Need this assessment for this purpose. Okay, because in the Resource Center, this is going to go directly to the Resource Center, and they're going to see your order, and they're going to say, this doesn't make any sense. This child is in third grade. She's ordering a first grade book. If you have a note in here, it'll go right through. They'll say, oh, okay, there's a reason. They know what they're doing, and there's a reason. So if there's a question, they will email you at this point. But usually filling in your box is just a really good way to go. Especially if it's like just a different kind of thing, an odd kind of thing. Remember that anything that you order, you have to have it on your master agreement. It has to be on your master agreement. So you want to be aware that to write notes in there if anything is outside of the ordinary. Okay, so I'm actually going to take this out because I'm not going to finish this order. That would be my last button, would be finish, and that's all there is to it. But since it's this is just play, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so that's pretty much it in a nutshell for your curriculum orders. Very easy to do, very, very easy, no problem at all. The tricky ones are your Textbook X. So Textbook X is again, you'd go back to your Launchpad home page, like where your orders were, and you would see Textbook X. You click on that, and then it's going to take you, this is the first page it's going to take you to. You go in, let me see, I usually go in there, that's where I go. And there's all different kinds of ways to get into different sections here. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. So I'm going to go back to my first grader, and I'm going to look in here. And this particular thing that I clicked on gives me a list of a first grade level variety of books, all the books that they would need. There's a math book, there's a science book, there's your history workbook. Here's your math. It's in 2 volumes. The history textbook. Science textbook. There's a math assessment. Your history, etc. So if you were to click all these books, you would get the whole thing. Most people don't do that. Honestly, most people kind of piece together what they want. And so this little right here where it says first grade, this is where you would click to actually get a variety, separated each by subject, each different curriculum that Textbook X carries. So say you have everything that you want except math. So you're going to go to math, and you're going to open that up, and you're going to go, oh, that's what I wanted. I wanted McGraw-Hill, My Math, Grade 1. I see there's 2 volumes, so I would order one. I'd order this one and this one. Now, one of the important things, which took me a while to kind of figure out all this, was up in here, it gives you an idea of what you would need to go with with each specific curriculum. So if I had decided I wanted to go with McGraw-Hill My Math, I'm going to read what it says. It says it does not meet Common Core standards. Order e-student and e-teacher 1-year subscription through Launchpad. So that would mean back where I just showed you, you'd have to go back there and order the teacher part. Okay, you would just put it in. The name of it would be My Math Grade 1-year subscription, or actually I would probably write My Math Grade 1 e-student and e-teacher 1-year subscription, and I would put that in. Finding the dollar amount would be another process that we can talk about at another time, because there's different ways to find that out. Basically, you could just email me, probably be the easiest way, because the prices are kind of, I have them all listed down, but I don't know that they're in one place just yet. Okay, so then you would go down, so that's your Launchpad part, that's the teacher edition, and then for the student edition, be right here. So let's just go in and we'll do volume 1. So I order volume 1, and you see it came up here, and all I have to do is click, and I have it in my cart. So I want to continue shopping. I'm going to go back, and it takes you all the way back, so you have to go back in to, let's see, first grade, and then I'm going to order, whoops, it took me back to the full bundle, the bundle of first grade curriculum. So I want to go back just to the math, so you see where I'm going. I'm just going back, and then I'm going to order second grade. So say that's all that I want for this order. Now I have a choice. I can order the used book or a new book. Now this is, remember, we're ordering the student book, so you probably don't want a used one because it could be written in. It's not that much of a difference. I would probably get a new one. You need to be aware that any time that you order from Marketplace, there is no refund credit. You cannot turn the items back in. So you need to be very, very aware of what you're ordering here. I am very careful. If I know for sure that someone wants something, and there's a significant savings, I might go to Marketplace. Otherwise, you know what, I'm pretty careful, because I have had incidents where I couldn't refund, and it turned out it didn't work out, and they didn't want it, and I kind of had myself in a pickle. So that's your choice. Just figure out how you want to handle that. So I'm going to add this one to the cart, and now here's my cart. Okay, it's full with what I want, and so I'm going to go, you see, kind of check it out, grade 1, volume 2, grade 1, volume 1, yeah, that's what I want, I'm sure it's what I want. Then I'm going to go to Textbook X checkout. Okay, so you have to put your email in here, and there's my email. Whoops. Okay, I think we're okay. They want a password, and I'm not going to put my passwords in here. I didn't sign in. So up in the upper right hand corner is where, right here, where you would sign in. I will give you everyone their sign-ins for this. You'll get your passwords, and you'll just put them in, and again it'll save it. I'm not going to click on it because you'll see mine, but it'll save it. And then you just click through. Okay, it's going to ask for a shipping address. Make sure you got your shipping address in correctly. It's going to ask for your passwords. And then at the end, just click Finish Order. It'll come up with a confirmation number. Copy that page. You can copy and save to your desktop, or you can make a hard copy just so that you have it, because you'll want to have your confirmation number. And that's pretty much it. So that's your 2 ordering options. Again, you'll get all your passwords from me. And I'm going to encourage people to do some of their own ordering so that you're aware of how to do this. And Launchpad is where you order your vouchers too. The only tricky thing about vouchers, that was the first little button there, but the only tricky thing about vouchers is that you do need to put in the dates that it's covered for. So if you wanted to say your child was going to take art with Angela for the full year. So it would start, you have to know when she's going to start her class, and that's going to be after Labor Day. So you would go in and have it be the first school day after Labor Day, and it could go to December 18th, because that's our last day of the semester. Well, it's not actually, I'm sorry, it's not the last day of the semester, but it's the last day for ordering vouchers for the first section here. And then we go on break after that. So you would want 4 vouchers at $60 each. So there's a little box, how many vouchers you want, put 4, put $60 each at the price, click continue. It'll go through, click print at home. Even if you can't print them, if you have problems with your printer or you don't have a printer, I can print them for you and I can bring them to you. It's much better than trying to get them by mail. It just works so much better. And then even if they're lost, we can track it. We can figure out which ones have been turned in, and we can reprint them again real easy. So anyway, that's vouchers. So again, I will be going over all this with you. It's a lot of information, but having it all here, I'm hoping that that helps you. Any questions? Let me know. Okay, I hope this was helpful.